going to show you how I crocheted this cute little security blanket. We'll go through the steps for the head, the ears, the trunk, then the blanket and the arms, and I'll show you how I've sewn it all together. I hope you enjoy following along this tutorial with me. Please subscribe to my channel and you can follow along with other great projects. For this project, I use soft and shiny yarn. The gray is called Silver Fox, and it has a weight of 4. And my contrasting color was also soft and shiny, and it's called Icy Blue. And again, it has a weight of 4. These I found at Michael's. A 4.5mm crochet hook, tapestry needle or darning needle, something to mark your stitches, and we'll need some polyfill. We'll begin with magic circle. And in that circle, we're going to do 6 single crochet. In each of our stitches around, we'll do 2 single crochet. Place our stitch marker in this last stitch. See, we should have 12 single crochet. On our next round, we're going to single crochet in the first, and then we'll do 2 single crochet in our next single crochet. So we're increasing again. Continue that pattern all the way around, 1 single crochet and then 2 in the next. Now we have 18 stitches, or 18 single crochets. Next round, we're going to single crochet in 2 in our first 2, and then 2 single crochet in our next one. So repeat that pattern all the way around, single crochet, and then 2 single crochet. This is the end of our 4th round, and we should have 24 stitches. In our next round, we're going to do 2 single crochet in our first single crochet, and then we're just going to do a single crochet in our next 3. So 2 single crochet in our first stitch, and then we'll do 1 single crochet in our next 3. And we'll repeat that pattern all the way around. Okay, that's the end of round 5. We should have 30 single crochets. For round 6, we are just going to single crochet in each of our single crochets all the way around. Okay, this is the end of round 6, and we should still have 30 single crochets. For round 7, we'll do a single crochet in each of the next 4 single crochets, and then we'll do 2 in the next one. So 4 single crochets, and then we'll do 2 single crochet in this next one. We'll continue this pattern all the way around. That was the end of round 7. There should now be 36 single crochets. Round 8, we're going to do a single crochet in our first 5, and then 2 single crochet in the next one. So that's 5, and in our 6th single crochet we'll do 2. We'll continue that pattern all the way around. This is the end of our 8th row, and we should have 42 single crochet. Now rows 9 through 17 will be 1 single crochet in each single crochet round. So again, that's rows 9 through 17. We're just going to do straight single crochet in each single crochet. That is the end of row 17. And now we're going to start some decreasing. So in row 18, we are going to single crochet in our first 5. And then we're going to decrease. So to decrease, we're going to go under the front loop only of our next stitch, pull through a loop, go through the front loop only of the next stitch, pull through a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook, and we're going to pull through all 3 of those. So we'll continue that all the way around, 5 single crochets in our next 5 single crochets, and then a decrease. That's the end of the 18th round. We should have 36 single crochets. So round 19, we're going to single crochet in our first 4. 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to do a decrease in our next 2. We'll continue that all the way around back to our stitch marker. Okay, that was the end of round 19, and we should have 30 stitches. For our next round, we're going to single crochet in our first 3. Single crochets from the round before, and then we'll do a decrease. We'll continue that same pattern all the way around. Round 20 is finished. You should have 24 single crochets. Take this opportunity to add some stuffing into the head. Next round, round 21, we're going to single crochet in our next 2, and then we'll do a decrease. Continue this same pattern all the way around. Row 21 is finished. We should have 18 single crochets. So you can continue to add stuffing. Our next row, which will be row 22, we're going to decrease in each stitch around. So you continue that all the way around, decreasing. This was the end of round 22. You should have 12 single crochets. Also your last chance to add any more stuffing that you need. Round 23, we're going to decrease all the way around. That will be the end of round 23, and we can just snip our yarn. Pull it through our loop there. I take the tapestry needle. I'm going to go in and out through these stitches. Get a bit of pull. Do a little knot at the end, and then push our needle through. Just give it a little bit of a tug, snip, and it's buried in there. So this is the head, the sphere that we'll use for the head of the elephant. To begin the trunk, we'll start with a magic circle. In our magic circle, we're going to do 6 single crochet. In round 2, we're going to do 2 single crochet in each single crochet. That is the end of round 2, and you should have 12 single crochets. Row 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 are going to be 1 single crochet in each single crochet round. So we're continuing with our 12 single crochet. Also, after maybe row 3 or 4, you might want to secure your tail. Make sure your hole is closed up nice and tight, and just fasten it in. Row 7 is complete, and we should still have 12 single crochet. So round 8, we are going to single crochet in our next 2 single crochets from the previous row, and then we are going to do 2 single crochet in our next. So we'll continue that pattern all the way around. That was the end of round 8, and we should now have 16 single crochet. In round 9, we're going to single crochet in our first 4. Then for our next 8, we're going to slip stitch. And in our last 4, we're going to single crochet. So that's the end of round 9, and we still have 16 single crochet. Round 10, we're going to single crochet in our next 3, and then we're going to do 2 single crochet in the next one. So continue that same pattern all the way around. That's the end of round 10, and you should have 20 single crochets. Round 11, we're just going to single crochet in each single crochet round. That is the end of round 11, and you should still have 20 single crochet. Now we're just going to go into the first single crochet from that last round, and we're going to slip stitch in there. I'm going to cut a tail long enough for sewing. We'll fasten off. Now we're ready to sew on the mouth. So we'll look at the bottom of the trunk. So look where the tail is. That will be your center bottom. Maybe go up 2 rows. And as wide as you want to make the mouth, you can sew it. So I'm probably going to start right there. So I'm just using a straight stitch. I will go in and out about 3 times with this thickness of yarn. So I've gone over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections, and with each one I've went across about 2 stitches in the trunk. So I'll bring my yarn through and knot it right there. We'll start the ears now. We'll need 2 of these. We'll begin with a slip knot. So rest the tail part of your yarn over the working end, go through the loop, grab your tail, and pull out a loop. Chain 3, and in our first chain that we made, we're going to double crochet 10. So I have 10 double crochet. Now we're going to chain 3. We're going to turn our work over, and we're going to work back the way that we came. So we're going to do double crochet in our first 2 double crochets. Then we're going to do 2 double crochet all the way across until we have until our last 2. So 2 double crochet in each double crochet until our last 2. In our last 2, we'll just do 1 double crochet in each. Chain 3. We're going to turn our work. We're going to do a double crochet in our first 2. And then once again, we're going to do 2 double crochet in each double crochet all the way until we get to our last 2 double crochet. Now in our last 2 double crochet, we're going to do 1 double crochet in each. Cut off a long enough tail for sewing. Pull that through. For our edging, you can do this with gray. You don't need to put edging, or you can use a contrasting color. So I'm going to start with our slip knot again. I'm going to go through first stitch over here on the right. Pull that through, yarn over, pull another one through. And I'm going to single crochet in that same spot. Now in the top of each double crochet coming around, I'm going to do a single crochet. Using your contrasting color, do a slip knot, go back to the same single crochet that you just finished, the gray. Pull it through, chain one, single crochet in the same spot. We're going to single crochet in all of the double crochets from our last row. Okay, and then just cut a tail and pull through that last loop. So I have some polyfill. Fill it to your desired firmness. I like where this is. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 rows down. Oh, I'm going to turn it. Make sure my smile is on there evenly. I found these blocking pins at the store and find them very useful for attaching parts to my animal heads. While holding them as I attach them. So with my tapestry needle, I'm going to go in through the stitch on the trunk and go through a stitch on the head. I'm going to make sure that I get each stitch in the trunk. We'll do that all the way back around to here. Next we'll sew on the eyes. So I'm going to place my eyes just above and to the right and left of the trunk. So we'll start by going in a spot where our eye is not going to be. Leave a tail. Your preference, how you want your eyes to look. If you know it's not being used by a baby, you can just sew buttons on. Pick a spot on the other side that looks like it's equal. I think I need to go over one more. So I did 4 on this side, went through 4 times on this side. So I'll come back through the same space. I'll make a knot. Back through that space, push it through the head, give it a little bit of a tug, so these are just simple straight eyes with black yarn. Okay, to sew on the elephant ears, first we're going to have to make sure our center circle is nice and tight. So I'm going to weave in this end. I'm going to follow my circle around. Pull tightly. Continue to follow the circle around, staying close to that middle section. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to go not in the same stitch I just came out of, but I'm going to go on top of that into the next one. So I'm weaving it one way and then I'm turning around and going the other way. Good tug and snip it close to your work. That should be good. So we've got these 2 half circles. Get our elephant head back here. So you can place them wherever you think works the best. I'm going to go ahead and try and attach them where I like them, and then when I come back I'll show you. I've decided upon my placement. So I have, using these pins that I used for the trunk, they're called blocking pins. I do find that they hold it pretty good. Anyway, so I have lined up the bottom of the ear with the bottom of the trunk. So on either side. And then at the top of my ear is about 4 rounds from the top of the head. On this side I've gone ahead, I'm going to show you how I like to knot my work. So I've already looped my gray thread through one of my loops from the head, one of my stitches from the head. I will tie a no slip knot there, right over left and under, left over right and under. And then I will take my blue, because I'm going to sew with the gray, so the blue I will just bury it in the head. Give it a tug, snip it, and it's buried. Now with the gray, this gray I will use to go in and out of my stitches on the ear to a corresponding stitch on the head, all the way down to the bottom of the ear. Then I will use my blue to knot with my gray and then bury those. I just finished sewing the ear onto the side of the head. I have knotted my gray with my blue, and so now I will bury both of these pieces of wool. That's one ear sewn on, so now I have to do this second ear.